What if the biggest tax hike in U.S. history didn't come from Congress, but from your trip to the store? Trump's tariffs have added trillions to the federal budget, but at what cost? We're talking higher prices, trade wars, global retaliation, and a silent tax on every American household. In this video, we break down how these tariffs are reshaping the U.S. economy, fueling inflation, and transforming America's role in global trade. This isn't just a political story, it's an economic earthquake. Let's unpack the true cost of Trump's trillion-dollar tariff gamble. By 2025, Trump's tariffs are projected to bring in $156 billion in new federal revenue. Over a decade, nearly $2 trillion, more than any tax hike since 1993. But households are paying the price, literally. The average family will shell out $1,445 more per year by 2026. And for low-income Americans, it's even worse, up to $1,700 or 5% of their income. It's the classic trade-off. More money for Washington, less in your wallet. Tariffs function like a regressive tax. They hit the poorest Americans hardest. The lowest income bracket spends nearly a quarter of their income on tariff-affected goods. Prices have surged. Apparel, plus 17%. Processed foods, plus 9%. Household appliances, plus 12%. Meanwhile, these price hikes fund federal coffers, a wealth transfer disguised as trade policy. In the second quarter of 2025, GDP seemed to boom. 46% annualized growth, but it was a mirage. Most of that came from inventory drawdowns and import collapse, not real production. Tariffs hurt. Capital investment fell as prices for machinery rose 12%. Electric vehicle production delayed 12 to 18 months. 142,000 jobs lost in exposed industries. Other countries hit back hard. $330 billion of U.S. exports now face retaliation. China, 145% tariffs on U.S. goods. EU, taxes targeting U.S. tech giants. Canada, limits on critical minerals. U.S. export volumes dropped 9%. In agriculture, exports to China collapsed 32%. This isn't just tit for tat, it's global fragmentation. Tariffs raised investment good prices by 9.5%, crippling innovation and infrastructure. Consumer goods, only plus 2.2% due to competitive sourcing and retailer buffering. But industries like automotive face an existential squeeze. Car prices, plus 4%, factory equipment, plus 18%. It's not inflation across the board. It's inflation where it hurts long-term growth. Capital stock projected to shrink 0.6%. Job losses aren't just temporary, they're structural. U.S. competitiveness suffers as global supply chains realign around China and the EU. Even the U.S. dollar's surge backfired, making our exports pricier globally, while China quietly devalued the yuan. This isn't new. We've seen this before. Smoot-Hawley, 1930, exports down 61%. Nixon, 1971, import surcharges triggered stagflation. Reagan, 1980s, saved 44,000 jobs at $160,000 per job. Now, Trump's tariffs cover 71% of imports, and the impact is deeper and more permanent. Here's how the U.S. can recover and rebuild. First, ease inflation. Phase out broad tariffs. Use strategic reserves to control spikes. Second, boost innovation. Redirect tariff revenue to R&D tax credits and workforce retraining. Third, rebuild alliances. Secure targeted trade deals with EU, ASEAN, and Africa to regain $150 billion in exports. Tariffs can't be the strategy. Competitiveness is the only way forward. Thanks for watching. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Capital Compass, so you won't miss any future deep dives into the forces shaping our world. See you in the next video.